Here's the first down marker and still running. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Bring in the heat. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Benson. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The give on the option. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Extending the play. Touchdown, UNC! Fit it in the window for the score.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that looked like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tar Heels offense has its first opportunity of the day. Hand off from the shotgun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second.
North Carolina, 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's the give off the left side. Got the first down and more. There he goes. The tag. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw. It's Navarro. Grabbed in the middle. It's Winfield. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fires to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here comes the heat. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Back to pass, it's Manning. And they can't make the connection on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they look. in the game.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Winfield. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Rush is on him. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Back to throw, it's Manning. Got it in the middle, it's Jordan. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get it.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They'll run it from the gun. The Tar Heels have a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. And the Tar Heels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a man, it's Navarro. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Punt is on its way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the option. Now the toss. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Chang. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
North Carolina.
And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll take a shot. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off-play action on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Warren. Found enough room to cross the 25 and out to the 27-yard line. That's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. And the Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires on the move. Hauls it in. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lofts one high and deep. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They want that clock to run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting 1st down, so you have to be able to run.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Trying to impose their will with the run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To throw, it's Navarro. Finds his man down the middle.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working that left side now. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. They got save. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for a crease to the left. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.